Friends, I just watched the first 2 episodes of the Kenobi series. Kenobi! And it was beautiful. I mean, I don't really dig this Inquisitor character. The girl. Especially since it's just odd that she just the Grand Inquisitor. I'm a bit confused with the timeline with Rebels. Was that before or after that? It's just a bit odd. Probably the Grand Inquisitor isn't... Spoiler. Alrighty. We're back with a beautiful game. With a heckload of content. And we have a riddle to solve, a puzzle. So, there are a lot of options, and there's a book that we have, and we need to read it, I guess. In case we, well, want the solution. The cosmic caravan and its journey across the night sky. The concept of the cosmic caravan, which makes its way across the night sky throughout the year and consists of 13 constellations, comes to us from planet Aslan. The order in which the caravan signs are arranged holds both metaphorical and deeply mystical meaning, in light of which astrologists advise against the use of models where the signs appear out of order, or in reverse order, as in some cases. Reverse order. Okay. The thrush, 18 Kutonar, 20 Abadis, is a sign associated with friendship, hospitality, a promise of new beginnings, and song. Constellation portrays a songbird sitting on a branch and growing the weary cosmic caravan as start of the new year. The thrush is the patron of merrymakers and optimists. And the lantern bearer, 21 Abadis, 16 Calistril, is the constellation that begins the caravan's procession. The lantern bearer goes forth, chasing back winter's darkness and lighting the cosmic caravan's way. The sign is disposed toward cheerful, self-sacrificing and altruistic personalities. The newlyweds, 17 Calistril, 11 Farast, depicts a young husband and wife whose appearance heralds the beginning of a spring. The newlyweds boldly lead the cosmic caravan, for they are guarded by love and youth. The sign favors those who possess a passionate or romantic nature. The beginning of spring, I mean that's basically the beginning of life, so let's put that first. The bridge, I mean probably it's going to be last, since it says use of model where it appear out of order, reverse order. But let's see how that one turns out. The bridge is the constellation that symbolizes change. The bridge soars over tempestuous waters and links one snowy, cold shore with another where spring has already arrived, and green shoots already stretching skyward. This is the sign of obstinate, tenacious personalities who do not fear the dark and cold. And we have the daughter. 19 Gothran, 13 Desmet. A young girl signifies the pure joy and enthusiasm that spring days bring. Spring. Is that important? We just read about spring and the newlyweds. Let's put daughter after newlyweds. The daughter smiles when matters related to merriment, solace, and celebrating holidays. Then we have the rider. It's a mounted warrior who guards the cosmic caravan. It is a combative and contradictory sign that favors both valiant defenders and rash, bloodthirsty bandits. The arrival of the rider marks the beginning of summer's heat. Okay, so we have the newlyweds, spring beginning. Then we have the daughter. Spring, and she is living in spring, bringing the joy of spring. And now we're going for the riders. They're marking the beginning of summer. Okay, so newlywed, daughter, rider. I mean, it's probably going to be false, but let's see how that one turns out. The patriarch. I'm not even sure, maybe these numbers are of significant importance. Maybe I have to somehow take the month in consideration. The Patriarch is the wise and ancient father of the cosmic caravan who knows its route and sets the course of its journey. I mean, that sounds like the one that we should put first, I mean last, because it's the last one. Or maybe reverse order means that we... 1 second. The door. Other humans. Okay, let me sit down. Oh damn it, my... 1 second. So, Rider Patriarch. Constellation symbolizes wisdom and experience and favors... Okay, yes. So, my thought, maybe reverse order means that if we have an order, we shouldn't just place the last first, but the exact opposite order. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But maybe it's just 5, 2, 3, 4, 1. Not sure yet. And this Patriarch doesn't seem to have significance for this spring-summer journey, even though it talks about the journey, the course of a journey. I mean, the course of a journey from spring to summer to autumn. Maybe we need Patriarch, but not sure where. I'm going to write it down after the rider, even though I'm pretty sure that it's wrong. I mean, not that we put him in at all, but where he stands right now. We have the wagon. The heavily loaded and foundational wagon is what gives the cosmic caravan its name. It is associated with the spirit of enterprise, diligence, and of course swiftness. Personalities drawn to travel and selfless service will find succor under the sign. I mean, it doesn't talk about journey, it doesn't talk about spring or summer or autumn, so I'm going to leave that out for now. Now we have the pack. As a group of beasts that trail the cosmic caravan and feed of its bounty, some sages believe that the pack consists of wild dogs that have been tamed by the caravan's travelers, and therefore the pack represents family ties, affinity with nature, and mastery over fauna. Others argue that the pack is a swarm of vermin feasting on the leavings of the great cosmic caravan and greedily coveting the travelers' cooking pots. In this interpretation, the sign takes on darker, more predatory aspect. Is that important? Traveler. It doesn't say journey, but talks with caravans, travelers. I have no idea. Let's read. Continue to read first. The mother. The caring and gentle mother dominates the sky when it is time to bring in the rich harvest. Her tender hands hold on to summer. Follower. Oh. Wait. What the heck? Maybe this is important. Maybe this will give us a solution. Whoa. In the western mountains there dwelled a clan whose name is no longer spoken today. They were brave and hardy people who could go down the deep... Maybe this is just the explanation and the order we can find in here. In the west, they were brave and hardy people who would go down in the deep caves and return laden with glittering ore. The clan flourished. It had all things in abundance, including food and honey, because their neighbors gladly brought the things they forged from the underground ore. Trouble came to the clan on the last day of Calistriel, when the mountain passes were ready to shake off winter's icy grip, like hounds waking from a long sleep. Clamor and clouds of dust rose up from the caves that night. Once the dust has settled, the miners went down to look, for they were brave people who feared neither darkness nor falling rocks. But what they found was not darkness or cave-in. What they found was the pack. The follower. Interesting. Does it mean we need to put the pack into our... The pack. Okay, so I'm going to write down the pack, even though I'm not sure of the order. And the follower. Do we have the follower in our other book? Daughter, Rider, Patriarch, Wagon, Pack, Mother, Stargazer, Follower. Follower is the last. So we're going to write down the follower as last. And pack before follower. I mean, that's what the story tells us. We have pack and follower. The follower whose true name has been forgotten generations before. So right now I have newlyweds, daughter, rider, patriarch, pack, follower. I mean, it's probably wrong. The book said reverse order, so we're probably going to have to put follower first. We'll see. The follower whose true name had been forgotten generations before was of clan blood. The follower was a despicable sorcerer, a degenerate who had turned his back on his ancestors. He had loved the daughter. Whoa, the daughter. Yes, we have I wrote that down. Otherwise, the clan patriarch. Yes, patriarch. Also wrote that down. Most ardently, but her heart had held no warmth for him. Follower had stormed the dark depth of the cave, seething in his resentment. There was much wailing and berating, and plotted his revenge. That's where the dread pack found him, following the scent of profane magic and vice. The pack devoured him, and in doing so, tasted human blood for the first time, and discovered it was to its liking. The pack killed the miners who descended into the caves, and thereafter it began venturing up the surface each night to devour one of the villages before dragging the carcass back to the caves to gnaw on the bones. The wise patriarch, again the patriarch, had called the clan together in the longhouse and spoke. Then the elders of the clan spoke, and the warriors, and then anyone who could say their piece. And the ancestors had revealed to the patriarch. Ancestors. Do we have ancestors? Thrush, Lantern Bearer, Newlyweds, Bridge, Daughter, Rider, Ancestor, Pack, Mother, Stargazer, Stranger. Okay, no ancients. Where were we? As it revealed to the patriarch that the clan was being punished by the gods for failing to recognize a degenerate sorcerer in their midst, and that no deity would intercede for them now. Lamenting their fate, the clan left their homes, the ancestors carved images and their temples to the gods and fled. That caravan of grief made its way into silence, for not all of the clan was represented among its number. Only women, children, and decrepit elders did it contain. Ah! Okay. Okay. So that's quite important. I guess only women, children, and elders. Okay. So definitely no lantern bearer. No bridge. Rider. But it's a mounted warrior. So do I have to put the rider out? But it has this summer thing with a journey. Or is the rider an elder? So the strong of the clan had remained behind. Many days they ship. Is the rider strong, man? Ugh. Many days they sat in the log house, sharpening their weapons and praying. Each night, one of the men would go down into the caves to satisfy the pack's hunger with his own flesh. When all the men were dead and the pack's hunger drove it to the surface, the caravan was already long gone, and the monsters could not pick up their trail. The caravan traveled day and night without rest until it reached the steppe, the very edge of their unknown world, whence the peaks of their beloved mountains could no longer be seen, and there they settled, living threadbare and meager lives because they did not know how to rear animals and live the nomadic life that required. And because they had no strong warriors among them, the clan quickly dwindled. They all died, and the young found husbands and wives in other clans and left to join new households. So, the last thing that happened in this story is marrying new husbands, new people. So newlyweds should be first. And I had newlyweds first. Years later, during one of the harsh steppe winters, the clan patriarch fell sick and died in the arms of his daughter. Again, patriarch and daughter. And no one could recall the location of that house where the clan had once resided in such freedom and dignity. So this should mean that patriarch and daughter are next to each other. I have newlywed daughter rider patriarch, so I should take out rider, since it should be daughter and patriarch now next to each other. But regardless, we're probably going to have to play with this around for a while. Now I'm going to do what I had first. My first solution. This newlyweds daughter rider patriarch pack follower. It's wrong, I'm pretty sure it's wrong, but still going to try it out. This do we have? Wristful stream, stranger, follows at a distant. Wandering fall. But not that fall, but fall on the patronage. Dark figure, death itself. Okay, so we're just going to try it out. So, oh, that was a problem. I mean, it's obviously wrong, but how do I? Newlyweds. Okay. How do I deactivate this? I would like to deactivate this. Okay. Ah, this is for deactivation. Okay. So first newlyweds. Daughter. I mean, it's obviously wrong, but rider. Patriarch. Then I had pack. And then I had the follower. What's the follower? That's the follower. I mean, it's obviously wrong. But what? Eh? What?
Let us press on.
Okay. $60,000? You kidding me? Diamonds, jade, emeralds, rubies, sapphire. No sapphires, but what the heck? What the actual heck?
This was simple enough.
Ring. What the meaning? Good hope. Cure moderate wounds. Summit mask. Mysterious white mask with the inscription, I am the summit. What? That was it? Here, what the? Summon monster. 9. Galizator or Thena demon. What? This spell summons a Thena demon if you are evil, or a Galizator if you are not. What? Over what the? What? Sunburst. Breath of life. See. Banishment, euphoric tranquility. Creature under the effect of this enchantment enters a state of euphoria. Until the end of the spell's duration, the creature's speed is halved. Restoration. Tome of Clear Thought. Contains instructions on improving memory and logic, but entwined within the words is a powerful magical effect. If anyone reads this book, she permanently gains +2 inherent bonus to her intelligence score. What? What? Hello there. That was very useful. Loot. Stargazers. The Stargazer. Jean-Luc Picard approves. Aged journal. Day 1. From this day forward, I, Beric, will be keeping this journal to chronicle our holiest mission. It was for this mission that we left our people, who are so desperate for solace and protection in these times, and followed Eleandra, our mentor, into Pulura's temple. Here, Cut off from the mortal world, we shall continue our service blessed by the shimmering maiden. Though the foul smoke of the demon pit clouds the skies, Pulura reveals to us the stars that will guide our way. Day 24. We carry on our holy work that praises the illustrious Pulura. The enchantments that keep us safe are flawless. The demons outside the sanctum's walls don't even suspect its existence. I embolden my spirit by praying to Pulura for a swift deliverance from the vile hordes that swarmed our lands. We just need to gather our strength and wait for the brave warriors to throw the unholy beasts back into the abyss. I have faith that such a day is nigh. Day 105. This is a momentous occasion. My brothers finished working on another map of the northern sky. At times, when I look into everyone's eyes, I see worry of what is happening outside the temple walls, and I feel doubt creeping into my heart as well. But in the next moment, I shame myself for being so weak of will. Today is a good day, and I will not allow it to be tarnished by dreary thoughts. On day 258, Sister Eliandra's prayers have been answered, as our abode was visited by a messenger of Pulura. Alas, the Celestial brought dire news. Our homeland has been overtaken by flames and demonic spawn. The cities are burning, and the people are fleeing for their lives. The tear in the material plane has not yet been mended. On the contrary, it's spewing out more abyssal legions by the hour. The Celestial left us, but not before he assured us that we are not forgotten and our service has not been for naught. We must steel our hearts and continue searching among the stars. The quicker we can finish our work, the sooner will Sarkoris have hope for salvation. Day 457. So roughly 200 days later, 199. We spent half a day looking for Brother Arid. Eliandra herself found him behind the altar of Pulura. He was crying, sitting on the floor, hugging his knees close. I was afraid that she would scold him for this treacherous weakness of spirit and mind that could poison the others, but my fear was unfounded. Eliandra and Arid spent 2 hours in conversation that remained a mystery to all of us. Then our brother returned to work, still saddened, yet now he held his head a little higher. I bow before our leader's wisdom and fortitude. But I do see in her eyes a shadow of that same despair that has long since found its way into our hearts. The day the messenger arrived, on the day we finished mapping out the Eastern Hemisphere, our solitude was broken, this time by a messenger from Yomide. I curse my own curiosity for encouraging me to join those who listen to her words. The battle still rages on around us, yet nobody fights for Sarkoris anymore. Warriors from some other lands are clashing with demons, treading on the ashes of our kin. The ashes. Sarkoris is gone, and they now call it the World Wound. Another day, just like many before it. I can no longer keep track of days. They have all merged into one endless strip of grey. Even Pulura's starlight cannot drive away the darkness in my heart. Oh, that's bad. Our service has been in vain. We have nothing to go back to. All I've left is to languish here, day in and day out, fulfilling my duty to my brothers and sisters, and thus, day in and day out, do I toil without a moment's rest, all in the name of our sacred and, Pulura forgive me, pointless duty. But at least I no longer have to keep up this miserable journal. Barik. Okay. Let's take it with us. Let's say we have done everything we can here. Interesting. How can I change this? Maybe the symbols were also important, but for some odd... incident-like event, I just solved the riddle. I mean, it was my intention to solve the riddle, but I wasn't aware that very hastily come up solution was actually the solution. Okay, so next episode we're going to continue to advance on the main quest line, the Hand of the Inheritor and Eleandra. Is that even Untamed Spirit? A long life in a closed community breeds new eccentricities in its members or intensifies existing quirks to facilitate the psyche's acclimatization. The Stargazer Ignard claims that studying the history of Socorus is his escape. However, this does not explain the mental crisis the Herald of Viomedy sensed in him. Why does Ragnar's eccentricity fail to fulfill its function? Bring the legendary sword to Ragnard. Yes. Preserve history. Sword of El Berish. Outside the shrine. Wait, what? Like here? In this shrine? Or do we have to go somewhere else? Odden? Oh wait, no, that's the wrong direction anyway. I mean here. It's not here, is it? Maybe we can leave this building? No, we're not going to find the shrine, the sword here.
I will guide us.
Okay, now I'm going to end this. I'm going to end this episode, and then we're going to talk to the Hand of the Inheritor.